Good morning, guys, or afternoon or evening. Welcome back to The Next Level, and we're on day 11. So today we are talking about simplifying your business. Me and Vicky find this quite important because we are both guilty of overcomplicating things, getting in planning paralysis where you've got all the ideas, but you've got too many ideas and you don't know how to filter them.
We love a simple life.
Yeah, that's it.
We're getting better at making it simple, aren't we?
Yes, that's it. And it's something that we're both like really focusing on this year. We just want to make things simple. Cut out the stuff that doesn't need loads of time and attention and stuff. So I am a huge advocate for the direct sales business model. If you know me, I think it's genius. I'm so passionate about the direct sales business model. And I don't think it can be any simpler. We literally share the products and offer the opportunity. It's as simple as that. We don't have to do the product development. We don't have to do any of the like visiting factories or finding raw materials or speaking to like legal teams, getting the products approved, speaking to whoever it needs to get products approved to sell in Europe. We don't have to do any of that.
I'm tired just thinking about all of that. I'm like, people really do that.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Because any other business that's got the potential that our business has, you'd have to do all of that. Like selling a product. So they started in Idaho in America, then moving that to Europe. My goodness, the amount of stuff that goes into that is insane. And we don't have to do any of that. We just literally have these products. We have these catalogs. We don't have to design the catalogs. We get it all ready made for us, ready to go. That's the sales part of it. We literally just sell the products, order them in, hand them out. It's so simple. The recruiting side of it, obviously, if you had a business and you had staff, you'd need a HR department, you'd need a payroll department, you'd need to have all of that kind of stuff sorted as well. You need to go through interview process. It's, as Vicky just said, it's like mind-blowing just the thought of it, like the amount of things that you would need to have a business that anywhere near matched the potential of your Scentsy business, okay? You've not got any of that. You don't have to do payroll. You bring a team in. You don't sort their pay out. You don't tell them how much they're going to get paid. That's on them. They decide what their pay is. You don't do any of that. You just literally offer them the opportunity and give them as many opportunities as you can. But you have to understand that the potential of a direct sales business is absolutely huge. It matches, if not surpasses, any other kind of business, because the opportunity, the way the business model has been made is limitless. You can recruit as many people as you want. They can recruit as many people as they want. It can go on and on and on. Whereas if you had like a bricks and mortar business, you'd be restricted, wouldn't you? There'd be restrictions. So it's super, super simple.
I've literally just wrote down there, like Addie and Arville and everybody else involved in the building of Scentsy, they've literally built this incredible, now $1 billion company.
And that's really going to be like, I'm giddy.
And they've literally just handed it to us on a plate. It could not be simpler for us to go out there and, like you just said, have that limitless opportunity, the limitless income, the time freedom, everything. It's like fruition. That gives us. They've built this up. And they're just handing it to us on a plate. Like, we would be ridiculous to not, like, grab it by the balls and run, wouldn't we?
That's exactly what I was going to be a bit more polite and say, grab it back with both hands.
Grab it back. Oh, you know.
Seriously, like, that's it. You've got it. It's there for you. It's there for all of us to take. There's no discrimination. It doesn't matter what you've done previously. It just matters what you do now.
It's really like empowering, like when you think of it like that. Yeah. Don't you think it's just like, I literally, as I wrote it down, I was just like, wow, they've worked so hard to give all of us consultants the most amazing, life-changing opportunity, and it's so simple.
It is
what we have to do.
Simple. Yeah, it is. It is so amazing. The one thing I don't get is, why isn't everybody doing this?
I know.
Everybody doing it. So the business is super, super simple. Hopefully you've just like had that like moment that me and Vicky have had, like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I don't have to do any of the hard stuff behind the scenes. Like it's literally here on a plate for me, and it's down to me whether I decide to work it or not. Saying that, we're not saying it's easy. Simple and easy are not the same things, okay? They're very, very different. But I'll tell you what is not easy. Working for 48 weeks a year and being told how much you are worth in a job, working till you're 67 and then still having your worth dictated by a state pension or whatever pension your workers you've been able to afford, working for someone else's dream till you're 67, helping someone else build a dream. That is not easy. What else is not easy is going to university, working your absolute backside off, paying all this money for whatever it is people pay for when they go to university. Sorry, that sounds really ignorant, doesn't it? You know, I know what
I didn't go either, I don't know.
I know people get into a lot of debt going into uni, get these qualifications, and then them qualifications take them absolutely nowhere. That is not easy. Choose your hard. Sitting at home, working your business. I'm not saying it's easy, but I tell you what, it's a damn sight easier than working the rest of your life for somebody else for them to dictate what you're worth. I know which hard I would choose, one every single day.
Do you know what was really like a real striking moment for me? I was out with a director in my group, and I don't want to say a name in case she didn't want me to, but she said to me that when she became a centre director, that feeling was so much better, so much fulfilling, and so much more rewarding than it was when she left uni with her degree.
Oh my God.
Is it a degree that you get at uni?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, you get A-levels at college, degree at uni.
Yeah. So she said that moment when she became a centre director, it was so much more powerful than when she graduated uni with a degree.
Wow.
And went into the profession.
The feeling of it, because it's something she's done.
Yeah.
And she's achieved.
Yeah. And it really, like, honestly, it hit me like, I don't know.
Smack in the face.
Like smack in the face, thank you. It really did smack me in the face. And I was just like, wow, do you know, that's really powerful to say that. And I was buzzing for her, do you know, absolutely buzzing for her. And this is like the simple business plan that we are part of can give you those feelings that feel better than probably what she probably went to college, uni, and all that. Probably it all in all for about 6 years, maybe. I don't know.
And you know what that's just made me think? So we talk about the fact it's a limitless business with what it can bring you, but it's a limitless how many people's lives you can change. There's no end to how many people you can help, how many people you can give this amazing opportunity to. It just goes on and on and on. So as I said, it's not easy, but it is simple, okay? And choose your hard. Think very carefully about what it is that you want to be hard, because I know when I went to work, it was hard. When I was leaving my kids at a nursery and seeing my son screaming for me, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry, seeing him screaming for me, and I had to go to work, that was hard. Working this business is definitely the hard that I choose. Being here for him every single day, and my daughter, that I choose your hard, whatever it is, choose it. And I choose to have the opportunities that I've got through this business and the opportunities I can give. Can
I just add as well, sorry Tam, real quick. Yeah. Do you know, like you're saying, choose your hard. It is hard. Like this business isn't easy. Do you know, we've got to put the work in. We've got to do the late nights. We've got to do the early mornings. Do you know, we've got to do on our phones a lot and stuff like that. And yeah, it's hard, but it's also like the best fun. Like dropping your kids off at nursery and walking away while they're screaming to go work for somebody else is not fun. Do you know, yeah, you might have, like, I've worked jobs before where, like, I absolutely love the job, love my colleagues, but I'm doing it for somebody else, and it gets tiring and it gets tedious. Just going to the same desk every day, the same systems, seeing the same people, although I love them, and it gets tedious.
And do you know what else it is?
So long.
It becomes comfortable.
Yeah.
It becomes comfortable to do that.
Yeah.
Having your own business can be uncomfortable, and it's just finding, obviously what it can give you far outweighs any kind of hard it may put in your way, and any kind of situations that may make you feel uncomfortable. The rewards from your business are just immeasurable. Is it immeasurable even a word, or am I doing a British?
I'm gonna know.
There's no way of comparing them to anything else. Me and Vicky, I just asked Vicky before we started the call if she's similar to me, because I feel like she was. I get really, really overwhelmed. So if I for example, get a bit of flat pack furniture and there's like more than 3 diagrammed instructions, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I can't digest like complicated things, like several steps of instructions. If I see like someone's cooked something and they give the recipe and I look and there's like, oh, fry the onions and this in one pan, well, that's doing simmering this in the other pan, I switch off almost immediately, because things overwhelm me. Like more than so many steps really overwhelm me, and I just shut off. I can't digest it. The way my brain works is simple, so I get really overwhelmed. But saying that, if you relate to that, let that be a comfort to you, knowing that I managed to overcome that within my business and reach superstar director. So did Vicky. We just focused on the simple things, and we focused on what needed our time. We didn't overcomplicate it by looking at all the steps and all the instructions and what everybody else was doing and all the distractions that get laid in our way. We didn't let them consume us. And obviously there was times where it happened, but we overcame feeling overwhelmed. And I think recognizing so many people see all those steps, like I said, with the cooking, and I just think, not for me. I'm not going to do that. So if you get overwhelmed by your business, and you obviously need to know why you're doing this, which goes back to all the other days, which makes you overcome feeling overwhelmed. Don't just stop because you think, oh my gosh, I can't do that. You can. I promise you, if we can overcome it, and I am literally the worst person. I don't think I've ever done anything with more than 3 instructions on it. If we can overcome it, so can you.
Because and as well, oh, sorry, go on.
No, go. Because
I was just going to say, if you find, like, so what I do is I'll have an idea and then I'll think, oh my God, this is the best. And I'll start doing it. But then what I find is that after, I don't know, a few months or a few weeks or whatever, it depends what it is, I start to thinking, yeah, this is getting a bit hard to keep up with. This is a bit, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a bit lost with this. Have I overcomplicated it? Then I start having this big, massive fight in my head about it all. And then that'll go on for a few weeks, or it used to. But now I'm just like, well, actually, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, that's not working, I'll just change it. Yeah. And it could be down to everything. So it could, if you've got a referral scheme and you feel it's complicated, change it. The way you sample, if you feel like it's complicated, you can't keep up, it's overwhelming, then change it. It's okay to change things. As long as you're still there, you're still present, you're still giving and you're still learning, it is okay to change things. Like, people are not going to hate you because you've changed the way you sample, or because they changed the way that you now, lead your team, or, whatever. People will adjust to change. And
you've got to be able to change, because we're evolving all the time. We're going to have changes all the time. We've got to be able to change, and being able to change and deal with any kind of reaction to that is a massive part of the business, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the 3 fundamentals of the business are sales, so selling the product, sponsoring, bringing new people into the business, and then finding leaders, finding people who want the business, finding people who want to develop their business into more. Okay, so obviously mentoring, stuff like that. So sales, sponsoring, finding leaders. Do not overcomplicate it to anything more than that. That is it. And they are the things that need your focus. They are the things that we spend our time on. Sometimes I'll recognize something and I'll think, do you know what? That is not contributing to any of those 3 things. I need to stop, because it's wasting my time. It's wasting, it's just it's not bringing anything to anything that I need to do to grow my business. So it's okay to like look at what you're doing from a critical self-evaluation point of view and think, do you know what, I can stop doing that, because it's not actually contributing to any of those 3 things. Look at what you do for your business, look at what it is, and does it contribute to selling, sponsoring, and finding leaders? The next 3 days, we're going to break each one down individually. We're going to do a day on sales, a day on sponsoring, and a day on finding leaders. And hopefully we're going to, because we want you to know that there's a million billion ways of doing it, all 3 of them, a million billion ways. But what is effective for me might not be effective for Vicky. What is effective for Vicky might not be effective for me. So it's about finding what's effective for you and really simplifying it and making whatever you do effective and productive for your business. Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.